Welcome back to another episode of Unpacking Life with the box and the basket. A cornucopia basket this time. It's almost Thanksgiving.
What is a cornucopia?
Like a little basket full of like fruit and stuff. You know what a cornucopia is?
I never heard of that before.
Come on, dude. Dang Germans. Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving? No, huh? It's just a Christopher Columbus versus the Indians type thing. So I guess it would be only American.
We have a name for it.
What?
Anti-Dunkfest.
Anti-Dunkfest? Like you guys don't like the NBA?
Anti-Dunkfest.
Anti-Dunkfest. You guys don't like dunking?
No.
But anyways, big shout out to the Cowboys. They're about to go crush the Commanders. So that'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to represent my boys, obviously.
Yes.
But today, we're going to be discussing some finance / tips / how to get rich quick schemes.
No.
Just kidding.
Wealth building strategies.
Just building some strategies or building some wealth and giving you some strategies for that and how we do it now after years and years of trial and error. And I guess not even realizing what we were doing and blowing our money on, right?
During the holidays, specifically. So
before we get into it, though, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we appreciate y'all listening, watching, however you're getting our content.
Yep.
So kick it off, my love. By the way, I'm so thankful for you.
I can't focus because I can't stop thinking about all the food we're about to have.
I know. I'm very excited. So, quick, funny story. Was it last year that we had COVID? Or the year before?
The year before.
Like right before Thanksgiving, we both got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even know. I just went and got Starbucks one morning, and she was drinking her coffee, and she's like, "Does this taste like anything to you?" I was like, "Yeah." Like I was drinking my coffee too, and then she goes, "I don't taste it." Mm-hmm. And so she tried it, and then I tried my coffee again, and then right after she said it, I don't know if I actually had COVID or not at the time, mm-hmm. but I couldn't taste it either, and I was like, "Oh no, don't tell me we just got COVID." And then so I ended up going to the store and getting some tests, and of course we had COVID. We didn't really have many symptoms except for not smelling or tasting, mm-hmm. and unfortunately that carried over to that Thanksgiving. And I love pumpkin pie, and it was gross. It just tasted like mush,
no flavor.
Yeah, just like mush. And I was like, I took like 2 bites and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're very excited for our smorgasbord of food and our cornucopia.
Yes.
Oh.
We never really have like a truly American Thanksgiving.
I know.
Because we don't like turkey. It's so dry and gross.
The only turkey I've ever liked was one of my uncles would bury it, mm-hmm. like for a day or two, mm-hmm. and that was like moist. But even then, it was just like, it was okay.
So it have dirt on it?
No.
Oh.
What?
Did the dirt make it moist?
Oh, gosh. That's
my wife.
No, it didn't have dirt on it. They would put like wood board at the bottom of like a big hole. Mm-hmm. And then they would put like coal and stuff like that. And then they would put like, I don't know, like a grate on top. Mm-hmm. And then they would set like the turkeys that were wrapped in like foil and stuffed and seasoned and all this stuff.
Dirt could get in it.
And then on top, they would put like a frame with like more wood and stuff to like cover the top. Mm-hmm. And then they would bury it, throw dirt on top. And then Thanksgiving Day in the afternoon, when everybody's ready for dinner, we just unbury it.
Well, why didn't you bury a turkey then?
Because it's a lot of work, dude. I ain't going out there burying a hole.
So we usually don't. I didn't grow up like really celebrating Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah.
My dad's American, so like we did do something, but like
yeah.
the German version, like whatever we wanted it to be is what we made it. And then your mom just makes Mexican food.
Usually we have like tamales and menudo or pozole or I was gonna say the can't think of the name right now. But yeah, we have a lot of Mexican food.
Yeah, and I don't know how to make a turkey. Nobody ever taught me. I never had to make a turkey. One time we pranked my dad.
Oh yeah.
And there was like some like prank.
He was like Jimmy Kimmel or something.
Yeah,
started it.
Where like, I called him on speaker saying, "Hey Dad, how long does it take to cook a turkey in the microwave?" And he said,
"Because I've had it in there for like 3 hours and I don't think it's done."
He said, "What the hell? You can't make no turkey in the microwave."
He was so annoyed. He's
like, "I'm gonna disown her."
He's like, "No,
no." It was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
I could not stop laughing. But and then our dear friends the Luhans, they usually host Thanksgiving or have the last few years, and then they're from Hawaii and Guam, so they just make, and Rose Filipino, so they make everything except, well, there is a turkey usually. Yeah. Somebody else.
Nobody really eats it.
No.
Shoot, one year we had,
everybody
my mom was here.
The other stuff.
Remember when we had KFC?
Oh, yeah, one year we had KFC for Thanksgiving because nobody wanted to cook.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. I don't like KFC, but I just bit the bullet because I was like, that means I don't have to make anything.
Yeah.
We do always get like a honey baked ham.
Oh yeah.
And I'll eat it cold with like a Hawaiian pineapple bread. On a piece of Hawaiian bread. That's super good. And then my favorite, if we do make turkey and we have leftover turkey meat and ham, your mom, if I like make the
baby face,
she'll make chile rellenos for me.
Rellenos. Chile rellenos.
I said it right. And those are amazing. But anyway, so we're super excited.
Yeah.
You're going to see us next week 10 pounds heavier.
Probably.
Don't mind us.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. But, so, holiday season is kicking off.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some wealth building strategies. Dun, 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 dun. Where did we start? So, shortly after Thanksgiving, we have the biggest scam known to U.S. consumerism called Black Friday.
Consumerism? Is that a word?
I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go here.
Sounded great. I almost believed it.
If you've ever sat down, and we're guilty of this 100%. Mm-hmm. I feel like for Black Friday, the rule should be, if you like ask yourself, do I need something? Like, okay, the TV broke. I'm going to wait till Black Friday and get a cheap TV. Otherwise, don't even look at the magazines. Don't look at all the sales. Don't look at all this stuff because you'll go down this rabbit hole of like, oh, this air fryer is $200 off. That's a great deal. I'm going to buy it. And you already have an air fryer. And that's just like, and I'm a firm believer that some of the stuff they mark up so they can mark it back down, and then really you're not saving anything. But the amount of money that is spent is just insane to me. And I mean, we've done it. We've spent thousands of dollars on stuff that we did not need because it was on sale.
Remember when you missed Thanksgiving for the iPhone 12 or whatever?
Yeah. It was like, what was the deal? You would get like a $500 gift card
with each phone that you would buy.
We needed new phones, and it was at Target.
Yeah. It
was like if you bought an iPhone, you give a $500 gift card. So I stood in line. I was like, oh, it's not going to take that long. And of course it took that long. And I got 2 phones and we got $1,000 in gift cards. So then I bought like a lot of the kids' spring clothes on that and stuff, you know.
So if it makes sense, it's fine.
I will never do it again.
Yeah, we're not judging you, but there are better ways to make money.
Yeah. So what we do now is we keep a very tight list and we kind of hold each other accountable. Like we show each other like, this is what I'm going to buy. Mm-hmm. And then the other person usually talks the other person out of it. Because really we don't need half the stuff that we're trying to buy.
Or one person doesn't show the other person anything. And then the other person just accidentally receives the package from FedEx.
Well, listen, I am Santa in this house.
Oh, okay.
So I start buying all the gifts. You have no idea what the kids even get.
That's a damn lie.
You are as surprised when we give friends gifts, the kids gifts. They open them and you're like, oh, that's great. Where'd you, like, you're just as surprised as them.
Good job. You done did good.
So some of the stuff, like if I have already a list of like what we're going to get them,
yeah,
then I will get that. But we have like a strict budget for each person, each family member, each like friendship group that we spend. And then that's it. We used to. So I grew up in a household where we were 4 kids. We were all a year apart. And when Christmas came, man, like we got everything that you could think of. One year, we each got a landline and a phone for our room, a TV for our room.
All in the same year?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like everybody got like some kind of gaming console and then like probably 10 other gifts. Like my parents went all out, and I remember they used to like put stuff on layaway.
Yeah.
Like early in the year and start
paying it off.
So not that we weren't appreciative as kids, but like that kind of taught me now not to do that. Like at first, like when Dion was little, I would do the same thing. I would buy him like 30 gifts. And then I got a little bit better when we had Aubrey, and now Roman, poor thing. No, we get like 3 gifts.
It was his birthday last month, and we ended up just taking him to Target, and we're like, just pick out whatever you want, dude. Yeah. Like, because at the end of the day, though, they don't even play with half of the stuff, if not more. So it's like, I feel if we take him to the store and he picks his own gift like he did, then
he uses it
more just because he chose it. He, I guess, values it more than if we were to pick a random gift for him.
Yeah. But then again, we didn't spend like hundreds or thousands of dollars. Yeah. And
well, on his party we did, but
that's another thing. Yeah. So back to the topic. So that taught me to overspend, and now I've kind of learned like don't overspend. So I did some number figuring.
Oh.
And actually, I want to look up, now that I'm talking about that, I want to look up another number. What do you think the average amount of money the American spends on Christmas?
On Christmas? Oof. Like per family? Probably say like 3,000 to 5,000.
Spend on Christmas. Oh, I forgot I turned the internet off.
No, yeah, I'd say 3,000 to 5,000. Depending, I guess it depends on like how many kids they have, how big the family is, if they're buying gifts for other people outside of their family. What is it? What's the magic number?
It's low, so I don't like this number. It says $998. I mean, that's an average.
1,000?
Yeah. Okay. I feel like it's more. $1,300 per child.
Oh.
$420.
$1,300 per child?
No, total. How much should you budget? $2,500.
Yeah.
So, I think it's like 1,000 to 3,000.
Yeah.
Ish. So.
But is that just for our family?
For a family of 4.
Or.
We're a family of 5.
Yeah, but we buy gifts for other like people.
What do we budget? Do you know what it is? I'll tell you right now. What is it?
7,000.
No. Are you nuts?
3,000. Without looking
I don't know off
sheet?
the top of my head. I think it's like around 2 or 3. Christmas shopping, 2,000.
No.
And then November, Christmas shopping.
2 months of Christmas shopping?
Yeah.
2,500.
No.
How much?
Another 1,000, so 3,000.
So $3,000.
Which is a lot, but you have to think like, we have a big family. We have a big group of supporters and friends that we have to like give gifts to. So it's really like we're a family of like 15 because they each have like 2 or 3 kids. And so, but also we've come to a point where now like I'm not as tight as I used to be because we've built different investments and different things that are working for us.
Right.
So I don't feel as bad for splurging. But if you're not in that point and you're like, I want more for myself, I want more freedom, I want more, net worth, whatever, then if you save. So instead of spending $3,000, you spend $1,000 and you cut it down, which your kids, they don't care. Just buy a lot of like little knickknacks or buy stuff from like the used toy store. One year I bought Dion that like huge Nerf gun that's like a... Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like $120. I bought it secondhand for like $15.
Yeah.
And they don't care if it's in the packaging or not. And really, you're saving yourself time, because the worst part about Christmas is opening all the stuff and all the little, like, everything's tied down 18 times and all that stuff. So try to narrow it down. If you spend or if you save $2,000 once a year, and then tax time comes around and you save another $2,000 out of your tax return, hopefully you're getting a tax return.
Yeah.
And you do that for 18 years. So you start doing that when your child is born. I just picked 18 years. I don't know why. How much money do you think that will give you for a standard like 7% return if you just invested it in the stock market?
If you were to take $2,000 a year?
$2,000 a year, twice a year. So during the holidays and during tax return season, times 18. So that's, you put in.
So I'd say close to $50K.
Wrong. With like interest compounding and all that, it's $142,000.
Oh, damn.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then you can either buy an investment property, keep the money there and keep contributing even more. Take it out and buy a business, take it out and invest in something that gives you passive income. I mean, these little numbers don't seem big until they add up to big things. And I think it's not so much that we spend a lot of money on our kids. It's sometimes we spend a lot of money on the other adults, like buying them a new PlayStation or golfing equipment.
I feel personally attacked right now.
Jewelry, you know, like Valentine's Day, Christmas, all this like $1,000 earrings here, $1,500 necklace there. Take the money and invest it. If
That's
you're
not us, by the way. We don't buy jewelry like that.
No, we don't. Last year you got a nice necklace. But I'm saying the point is, if you're not where you want to be financially and you want more freedom later in life, you want to retire early, you want to build your net worth and your wealth for your family, stop spending the money just like as if it's when it's coming in, and think about, what could I do with this money? Like, you could still live and give gifts and do all that, but cut down on it just a little bit. Like, say, you know, our budget used to be this much, and some people don't even have a budget. They don't even realize how much they spend until like January rolls around. They're like, why are we tight on money? So like, track it and try to go back and say, how much did I spend? Like, your bank account will show you.
Have a budget. It'll help. And if you're not in the place where you're spending thousands of dollars for Christmas or gifts and stuff like that, you start cutting back on other stuff that maybe isn't as important, that maybe you can save a few $100 a month. But, you know, unfortunately not everybody's in that position right now, but you can be. So
I think so too. If you're not in that position, you should probably think about taking up a side hustle, which we have another episode on that.
Watch it.
But, you know, if you're not in the financial position that you want to be, there's always a way out. There's complaining and being a victim and like, woe is me. And I know people get sick, things happen, right? But there's always an opportunity where you get to a point where you can turn it around.
Especially nowadays. Like, there's all kinds of side jobs, work from home jobs, stuff that you can do on your own.
In being an influencer, social media, like, you can make money so
not
easily.
Not like us. Be better than us.
Yeah. We're still winging it. But now that you brought that up, so I did another scenario. So if, for example, for your kids, instead of spending $500 on their birthday and Christmas for them, save $200. So spend $100, whatever you're gonna spend, but budget saving $200 every year for Christmas and every year for their birthday. So that's $400 a year that you put away. They won't know it. Like, maybe write them a little letter like, oh, you're turning 1 year old and I'm putting away $200 for you because of this, and that. And I don't know. You can make it special. And then So you're doing that twice a year. That's $400 a year.
Mm-hmm.
You do that for 18 years. How much do you think they'll have on their 18th birthday?
65,000.
No.
You said $200 a year.
$400 a year.
400 a year
times 18 years. That's like $5,000 you're putting in. But how much do you think they'll have if you put it in an interest-bearing account, like on the stock market?
Oh.
In like a mutual fund or something.
118,000.
You're fired.
I'm fast at math.
15,000.
I didn't say it was going to be correct.
15,000. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're turning 18, you have nothing. You can buy a car. Yeah. You can invest it in something. They could use it for college.
Gives you a little jump start.
That gives you a little jump start. I mean, obviously you can invest more, but if you just save it and you just put it in an account that's not interest bearing and you don't put it on like an investment, then you're looking at way less, like a third or half.
Right.
Then say they leave that money, the $15,000, they're like, you know what, I don't need it. They leave it in there for another 13 years and they start contributing $1,000 a year for 30 years, which is hopefully when they're retiring at 48.
That would be nice.
Then that's $208,000, which is like a lot.
Yeah.
So obviously, hopefully they're investing in other things, like our kids will be.
Yeah.
But those are just little things that you can do to like make a big impact, because you're not going to remember, oh, well, I didn't save anything because when my son was 3, he really wanted this leapfrog dancing monkey that was driving me nuts.
Yeah.
But they'll appreciate like, hey, I have $15,000 set aside for me that will help me, or like you can go on a trip, like whatever you want to do. Like there's so many
and this
options.
Is like a great opportunity during the holidays to start building different things to do during the holidays. So like instead of giving gifts, maybe do a trip to somewhere locally that your kids love to go to, or maybe like make their favorite meal or something, or do one gift. So we started doing like one gift from Santa and then one gift from mom and dad, and so the kids get 2 gifts at least. Typically from us, they just get those 2 gifts, and then other family and stuff will send them stuff. And then obviously we send other family stuff, but it's just an opportunity to have different traditions during the holidays other than just gift giving or spending money.
Yeah.
Like you could build memories, or I don't know, like Halloween's coming up or just passed. So you can just do pumpkin carving or something instead of, buying costumes or whatever it may be. So just a lot of opportunity there to kind of save money.
And I feel like as in this country, everybody's conditioned to like just consume, like buy stuff. And it's everywhere, like on social media, the influencers, like all the time, I'm like, oh, this outfit is cute that she's wearing. Oh, comment link and I'll send you the link. And then 2 minutes later, I have clothes coming that I don't need, So, and then the commercials, and then Black Friday and this sale and 4th of July sale and all this stuff where it's like we're conditioned to overconsume. And then we have a house full of clutter that's driving us nuts. Every time we clean up, we don't. But we're not minimalistic, I would say. There's some people that are way more extreme than me.
Yeah.
But really, like, our kids cannot tell you, if you sat them down, like, what has been your favorite gift?
Yeah.
They can't, like, off the top of your head say, they can't tell you. But if you tell them, like, what's your favorite thing that we've done, or like your favorite vacation, they'll know. Or like their favorite thing to do, like playing outside or going on a hike or going on a staycation. Like they'll remember those things, and you'll
more than any gift that you'll ever give.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're big believers in that as well. Like just giving things that like minimal and not a ton of stuff. Because the next year I'm donating it anyway. Like they don't play with anything.
Like within the week.
No, I always do like a summer donation pile, fall donation pile, spring. So by the time, and they don't play with the stuff. So like, and it's usually not stuff that we're getting them. In the beginning it was, but now as they're getting older, they're still using those things. And like Deanna's 14, he's about to be 15.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows Santa doesn't exist, and Aubrey knows too. She's just too smart for her own good. She's like, are you sure he's not?
She just found out.
Why are you lying?
Her cousin told her.
Yeah. So, you know, we get him things that he needs. Like if he wants like a nice pair of shoes or like some clothes, he's grateful for that. And I think a big part too is like we talk to them about a lot of things, and like how we manage our money, how we do the things we do, how we can go. Like every year, I feel like we're able to go on a little bit more trips and a little bit longer and a little bit more fancier and a little bit better seat on the airplane.
Yeah.
So like we just came back from going to Germany for 2 weeks, and like the memories we made there are like priceless.
Right.
But during the holidays, I think it's a good opportunity to teach them like you don't have to grow up and buy all this stuff and waste your money. Like there's other ways that you can, you know, utilize your funds. And the worst thing is that some people are not in a financial position to go all out on Christmas, but they feel like this societal pressure to do so, and then they're going broke.
Yeah.
Like they struggle for months after because of how much money they spent over the holidays. And it's not like,
don't let your peers force you into buying stuff, because even if you buy the most expensive car, purse, watch, whatever you buy, if it's expensive, you're going to post a picture about it on social media, or one of your friends is going to see it and they're like, oh, that's a nice whatever you have. And then it's out of their mind, but it's still on your mind because you're still paying for that crap. So just live within your means. Stop trying to impress other people, because at the end of the day, people don't give a crap about what you have. And if you're in the hood, like I grew up, if you have nice crap, it's going to get stolen or messed up.
Okay, this is taking a turn.
But yeah, seriously, like stop trying to impress other people.
Yeah.
Like you should only want to impress yourself, your spouse, and your kids. And they're not going to be impressed by stuff that you buy them. They're going to be impressed by experiences and your presence.
Yeah.
So
and the memories you create.
With the CE, not presents. Presents.
Yes, that one. So that should be the title of this episode.
Presents versus presents.
But I think also, like we said, like it's a learning opportunity. And then for us, like we value freedom and like memories and getting to do stuff over like having things. Yeah. There's like a saying, what is it? Like memories over things or something? I don't know. That's not it. So if that's like some people live their lives and they love working 80 hours a week and being stressed and blah, blah, blah. And if that's you, that's great. And you want to buy all these fancy things, go ahead, do it. But for us, that's not it. So like,
I think everybody deep down inside wants the freedom. Work less, play more.
I don't know. I think some people have like some trauma and some like ego things that make them want to just like work all the time. And then
we're all about experiences. We're about to go on a cruise next month for
Christmas time.
Yes,
we're not. We're not.
Yes, we are.
We're not.
We're dragging.
So anyway, another thing, and this is more like business related, and some might be able to relate to that and some might not. Just depends on what you do for a living. But for us, like not a ton of people are buying or selling houses. If you don't know by now, we're both real estate agents in Colorado Springs. So
I'm sure you know.
Our little plug. There's not a ton going on, which is totally fine. Like we plan ahead for like October through like January is kind of slow for us. People are really only moving if they have to. Yeah. But like a lot of people are consumed with like the holidays, visiting family, buying gifts, doing all that stuff. So like not a lot is happening. So what we do is use that time to start planning for the next year. Like what worked well for us this year? What do we want to do next year? What trips do we want to take? Like, do we want to do any home improvements?
Nope.
And just like not waiting until January to like, oh, we're gonna have the best year ever. Like you're not gonna have the best year ever if you don't plan for it. Like, so we overplan. We plan weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. But like our yearly, like end of the year recap and like planning for the next year is like the biggest.
Yeah.
And we have the most time. So if you own a business or you want to start a side hustle or you want to apply for a new position, like take this time when things are maybe slow for you. They are for us. So if they're not, then not for you, then pick another time that's slow for you. But just use that time. Maybe you have PTO and you can get some time off and you have some time between holidays where you're not working, doing things. Instead of just scrolling social media and buying stuff, like use that time. Like, what are my goals for next year and what is it that I want to accomplish and how can I accomplish it?
Yeah.
And we're going to record a few more episodes in the next few weeks and months. Kind of about how we do this process, how we set ourselves up for success for the next year. So stay tuned if that's something of interest to you. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Enjoy Thanksgiving. Go Cowboys. They're going to beat the Redskins or the Commanders. Sorry, I won't be politically
You're about
incorrect.
to be canceled.
No, it's fine. Surprised I haven't already.
Yeah.
But
don't spend a ton of money.
Enjoy. Don't eat too much. And try not to eat so much turkey because it's gross. And then you drink more water or more beer, and then you're just going to overindulge and have a pumpkin pie for me.
Don't tell them what to do.
As we're telling them the whole episode, like, save money. Blow your money.
You should.
Do
I'm telling you to do that.
We appreciate y'all listening, watching, however you're getting our content, and we'll see you on the next one.